Hey listener, quick content warning. This is the episode of Battlestar Galactica where they ban abortion. It is not the main plot, but it is something we will be discussing as it occurs in the episode. So if you don't want to hear about abortion getting banned for, I don't know, reasons, gestures broadly to everything, that's perfectly fucking reasonable right now. Don't even worry about it. We'll catch you next week.
I just want to throw out that Xhafer gave you the surfer hands.
I did.
It's that cool with us. Go ahead. We'll see you next time.
It's cool. It's fine.
Hello, and welcome to Who Are You? We're a reasonably well-done sci-fi watchcast by a couple of former strangers who are now friends watching 2004's Battlestar Galactica. I'm Laura.
And I'm Xhafer. And I got a little story to tell before we get into this episode because I absolutely bodied a dude today with a joke. For the people unfamiliar with the etymology, I don't mean adding to the body count, which is sleeping with someone because of a joke.
That'd be a pretty good joke, though, if he was like, hell yeah, go.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a good joke. I mean, like dropping somebody. Like when you body someone, you cause them to fall. And this dude was laughing so hard, he physically fell.
People don't do that all the time. I feel like that's me all the time.
Just laughing falls.
Nobody is having as much fun as me over here.
Yeah. So I was doing some prep for the pending vacay here that we've got.
Yeah.
In a couple.
Imminent.
Yeah. When this episode drops, I think we'll be back already. Yeah, we'll be back already. But as we record, we are preparing to leave for a group vacation. Very excited. It's going to be myself and Beth, Ben and Glow from last time out in Cool Girls, Laura, Aaron, assorted children, assorted other friends that are not in the podcasting network. And we're all going to hang out in a cabin for a week.
Yeah.
And it's got a big pool. And we're just going to hang out and chill with the big old group of us in this big old house. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm so looking forward to it, not just for the friendship, which I know there will be plenty of, but also your temperatures sound so much better than mine.
It's been raining here all day. It was storming like maybe 20 minutes ago, so that is responsible for a bit of the drop. It's 72 out here right now.
That sounds glorious.
Yeah.
I don't even get that at 5 a.m. anymore.
That's going to be us most of next week. We've been in the 90s up here for a couple of days. It's going to drop down. It'll be in the 70s probably for most of next week, it looks like. Should be fucking perfect.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
But anyways, so I was doing some prep. Part of this prep is getting a couple of cards I need for a commander deck because some of the people come in and play Magic, so I'm getting a commander deck together to play with them. And I go in and I'm talking to a couple of guys and I walk into the store, right? And the guy behind the counter is just all like, oh, hey, man, welcome back. And I'm all like, it's been a while. You know, I last time I was in this store was like 2.5 Magic sets ago, probably. So, you know, it's been a number of months. He's like, no, you were here earlier today. And I'm just like, no, I wasn't. I promise. And he's just like, he's a little embarrassed, right? And I'm like, it's, you know, it's fine. You know, I'm sure, I just look at him like, I'm sure lots of white dudes with glasses and beards and podcasts walk in here looking for Magic cards. And
yeah, though.
And he's laughing, right? Like, oh, that's funny because it's true and podcasts, ha ha ha. But the dude next to him behind the counter is like wheezing, like from the and podcast. Like literally, he's like, yeah, podcast, like laughing so hard that he actually lost control and fell to the ground.
So, question.
Yeah.
Did he have glasses and a beard and a podcast?
I don't know about the podcast. There were definitely, I mean, like, to set the scene properly, the guy who was wheezing was a skinnier gentleman who really didn't have facial hair, but glasses, mostly bald.
Okay.
The person I was joking with was, I think this is, I feel like I'm allowed to say this, a blurred,
Yeah.
if you're familiar.
Oh yeah, I've heard
Yes,
the term.
I have lots of friends who self-identify as blurreds. I don't feel like it's particularly offensive or offensive at all, to be perfectly honest.
No.
But it's definitely not my word. So I treat it with caution. But it's funny because another person called him out for being racist after that as well, which was also very funny. Yeah, so that's my day.
I've been just losing my mind over trying to get my house ready to let somebody else live in it for a week.
I feel like we've talked about this before. You've got someone full on house sitting the whole time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm like obsessive about cleaning my house because the last thing I want to do is come home to a dirty house. So
True. That's like the benefit for me of having another person come stay at my house. And like, so my mother-in-law doesn't have to deal with like coming over to take care of the cats.
Yeah.
Someone's just here to take care of the cats, But unexpected side benefit is if I clean everything for that person so that they have a not terrible time, then I get home and it's clean.
Yeah.
So I have been looking forward to that. Like in the back of my head, like, you're going to come home and it's going to be nice.
It's going to be super
so
clean.
nice.
Yeah, I am very much looking forward to just everything. I got a little bit of cleaning to do. It's not too bad. Things are going well. But I'm very excited for this trip.
Me too.
You know what I'm not excited about?
This episode. Yeah.
This episode. I don't it's not a bad episode.
No.
It's just
We don't like the things that happen in this episode.
a lot happens in this episode, and a lot of it makes me want to yell at the TV.
Yes. I did yell at the TV, in fact.
Good.
And I
The TV
watched
deserved it.
Yeah, I watched it last night, and I've probably thought about it off and on all day since.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the beginning here, Ryan warned us last week that this was a particularly egregious use of the changes in the last time on.
Yes. The captain's hand pulls some tricks.
Yeah. I don't recall Gina telling Gaius that he was going to have to run against Rosalind.
I did not either. Aaron was pretty sure when we were watching it. He was like, that didn't happen. And, I can't Google it to make sure, but he seemed pretty certain. So,
yeah. I also don't remember the scene with Adama and Ty promoting, not
Garner.
Yes, Garner, thank you.
Yeah.
To Commander.
I didn't remember it either. And again, Aaron was pretty sure it did not happen. I did not Google. But yeah, so we had like 3 scenes in the previously on for season 2, episode 17. We have Lee getting shot, which obviously.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yes. Noted. But then Gina telling Baltar that he needs to run against Rosalind.
Yeah.
In the election. And then Adama telling Ty Garner got command. Those 2 out of 3 did not happen.
That's crazy.
Fun. I mean, we kind of knew, like, from context that someone else had gotten command of Pegasus, right?
Yeah.
We just didn't have a name on that person. So that was, like, no news there. And with Gaius, we kind of know he's up to some shitty shenanigans. So,
like, you could tell me that audio was from a scene with 6PT, and I would believe it more than it happened. And they just
more
put
than
it,
the Gina instruction.
more than the Gina instructions.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what our conversation even with Gina was. I mean, I know that I remember vividly him upsetting her, trying to make out with her when she was not into it.
Yeah.
But did they even talk about Rosalind
I don't
in
think
front of
so.
us?
So, we open on a Raptor training exercise in a very pretty nebula. Their Gata is named Hoshi, And this motherfucker looks just like a Vulcan. I tried to get a good picture of it, but I couldn't get a good picture of his haircut because the shading and stuff just didn't take a good picture. But he has that Vulcan haircut, Hoshi does.
He has that bad Vulcan haircut.
Oh, yeah.
This guy. It's so bad, guys. When I say bad Vulcan haircut, you know which one I mean, right?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, this isn't Strange New Worlds hair.
No. Unfortunate. But this nebula, boy, it's fucking with communications. Not good.
Speaking of fucking, we cut over to the pilot's bunk interspersed with this as this ship is having trouble with its communications. And we see, did we decide on a name? Lady, D-Dama, D-Lind, LD, E. Did we pick one of those?
I liked what you just threw at me. D-Lind? That was cute.
D-Lind? Okay.
Too bad we've never actually called him Leland.
Yeah, well.
No one has ever called him that, right?
I had no idea that was his name until I was reading shit online. So.
You do think Daddy Adama should have thrown out a Leland once in a while?
Right.
Leland
this
something
episode,
Adama.
Congratulations, Leland. Perfect time.
Perfect. Yeah. What the fuck? No, D-Lind is kind of cute. Yeah. What else did you... E, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
If this is going to continue to be a going concern, I'm sure we'll come up with something, but I just want to go on the record that I don't love it.
Yeah, well, just wait.
Yeah. She's giving me big Cylon energy. I don't know anything about Duala on that front, but
Laura, not everyone on the show is a Cylon.
Did you see me today in the Discord? I made what I thought was a very funny joke.
You did today.
I don't know. I know not everyone on the show is a Cylon, but something about her whole, when she's no longer in her military outfit with her hair pulled back, whenever she's doing the loose hair thing.
Yeah.
The free flowing. I don't know. I'm just I don't like it.
You're taking a bold strategy with the Cylon predictions here.
By just accusing everyone?
Yeah, I mean, it's it's like a reverse Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell, a broken clock is right twice a day. He gets one every once in a while that makes you go, Mitch McConnell got it. It's the exact opposite. A spinning clock is occasionally correct.
Yes.
I feel like that's your approach to these Cylon predictions.
No. I mean, I'm suspicious of everyone, right? But
yes, literally everyone.
Anders is definitely a Cylon. That's no questions. I will never back off of that one.
Okay. That's fine. You can have that one.
Everyone else kind of floats in and out. Anders definitely is, and Baltar definitely isn't. That's the two hills that I'll die on.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but so they've been getting busy.
Yeah, they be fucking.
But when we open the scene, Lee's gunshot wound in his shoulder is very visible because we're super naked. And it looks so recent and fresh. I was like, we should probably not be doing that. Doctor has probably not cleared us for this. Doc Coddle probably wants you to be taking it easy.
I feel I mean, I love Doc Coddle. I've been saying that for a long time. This episode doubles that down for me.
Yeah, same.
And I feel like we miss a lot by Doc Coddle not being in a Babylon 5 or a Star Trek where he can treat people with egregious alien-related sex injuries.
Oh my God, yes.
I want that as just a TV show.
He's looking at Sinclair's list and he's like, God damn it, man. No, I think we've just found it, Xhafer. I think we need to write this show. Space Sex Doctor.
like what we need a good doctor name, right? For the title.
Yeah.
What's a good doctor name? What's a good sexy space doctor name? I feel like Rex is good.
Oh, yeah. 2 X's, though.
Sure. Oh, of course. Yeah. Maybe 3.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Rex something space gynecologist. That's the name of the show. We need a last name here. Listener, get the Discord. Give us a last name. I want to hear your pitch for an episode of Dr. Rex blank space gynecologist. Let's hear it.
I think we've got to merge Doc Coddle and Bones. And if we're feeling spicy about it, maybe Dr. House.
Are you the reason Bones has been on in the background of my life for the last 3 weeks? Beth's been binging.
Oh, I meant Bones as in Dr. McCoy, not Bones as in its own TV show. I should have specified better.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
100%. I agree either way.
Yeah.
But
Noise.
But yeah, so it's been a month and we get some exposition. Lee is going to Pegasus to take over for a bit. He's going to be the XO and help train Viper pilots before he's back on full active duty. But he's also been promoted to Major, which causes D to want to stop the X position and get into a sex position.
I saw that one coming
from a mile away. Oh, yeah. I started doing the voice in the lead up, I'm sure. I played my hand. Oh, hi, Beth.
The answer is Dr. Rex Cervixx.
Dr. Rex Cervixx?
Space gynecologist.
Space gynecologist. Okay.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Okay.
Beth.
Twist. I'm going to put a twist on Dr. Rex Cervixx.
We've got a twist.
Remember that I said that Rex was going to have 2 X's? I've decided that we move the X to Cervixx.
Oh, and then the second X drops to become the end of Cervixx. That's the pitch. We've won comedy. Okay.
I still maintain that I want to hear what the listeners also come up with in the Discord.
For sure.
So the other important thing we find out in this scene is that Starbuck has been driving Garner crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like she do.
We cut over to the hangar bay where the chief checks out a cargo container and finds a pregnant woman looking for Doc Coddle.
Yeah. This is all that the engineering team on Galactica does in this episode, right?
Yeah.
We have Callie, we have Tyrell.
5 seconds.
They open up a crate because something was moving in it. And of course, Tyrell's like, oh, I'm going in.
Yeah.
Even though the Marines are on their way to, in case we have a Cylon problem. And I feel like Tyrell is in a pretty good position to know the capabilities and strengths of a single Cylon. And should probably not do this. And should be smarter than this, Tyrell. But there's a lot of should be smarter than this running around in this episode that I think we're going to talk about.
We are. Yeah. Speaking of should be smarter than this, Pegasus loses its raptor in the cloud to theme. Survivor count, 49,584. We are down 7, which is Sesha, 3 of her squad, 2 Marines, and 1 Billy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Billy died.
R.I.P. Billy.
It's cool. You're about to meet Tori.
Yeah. She's no Billy.
No, she's not. It's kind of great. Billy kind of sucked.
Yeah. I was making a reference to, I think Adama comments at one point after Tori walks out of the room. Yeah. She's not Bill, or that's not Billy or something.
Yeah.
She's not Billy, I think.
Yeah, she's no Billy. Yeah. Yeah, cantankerous old man. Yes.
I wasn't quite sure what he meant, but we'll talk about it when we get there.
We come back to Commander Garner telling Lee and Starbees about the cold open. As Starbees questions the pilots, Lee sits down with his new boss, who is a pedantic asshole.
Yeah, Garner's not putting on his bestest face. Especially, when we're talking to Lee and Starbuck walks up, it's very clear he didn't even alert her to the problem.
Yeah.
Which is why she goes to chew out her crew. because she's like, why didn't you all tell me there was a problem? I just looked like an idiot in front of Garner.
Yeah.
And they basically tell her that, well, he told us not to tell you anything. And I think it was a general, we don't talk about anything that goes wrong on this ship with anybody who's not from the ship. So it wasn't just like, don't tell her about the specific thing. It's like, don't tell her anything ever.
Yeah.
I think Garner is suffering from this like engineering inferiority complex. You called him just a pedantic asshole, but I think it comes from like, he is so insecure about having been in that crucial support position and not being appreciated appropriately. That he has carried that with him into trying to command, and it is not working. He is stuck.
Yeah, it is not going well. I mean, like, he picks someone who, like, has absolutely no technical knowledge. Like, Adama fucks up by picking this guy.
Yes.
Like, he's the leader, right? Like, he's probably had the most people reporting to him on the ship out of anyone who's still alive at this point. I mean, don't they have a keg that got shipped somewhere or something? I mean, we never see them again.
They had a keg that like threatened Lee at one point, right?
Where's that dude?
Yeah.
He led a bunch of fighter wings. He was a captain. That's 2 away from being, because Lee's a major and he's XO. So that's like 1 step, right? Captain to major. Like, where the fuck's that guy? Why wasn't he made major to be this guy's XO to help him handle things like tactics or thinking? Or like, why wasn't he put in charge and this dude made major or something? Like, they make it sound like this is Chief Tyrrell taking over the ship.
Yeah, they really did. Even though I think the Pegasus Tyrrell is supposed to be that other guy that was a civilian. Like, that's supposed to be our analog, I think.
Yeah, and where the fuck's that guy?
Yeah, where is that guy? I hope he comes back. He seems important. Or they set him up seeming important, so I hope he comes back.
It's a real Equinox crew fit thing going on here.
Yeah. This was not a good call by Adama, and I don't know if he was just operating under the assumptions, the importance of it needed to be one of Pegasus's own, like they would reject a Galactica person at this point because, Kane died not that long ago, then Fisk got.
I mean, you're not sending Ty over there.
No, we can't send Ty. No, that wouldn't be no good.
That's no good. You put Xhafer in charge of that ship before Ty. And that's also a terrible fucking idea.
Xhafer, I know you've got the Prometheus right now, but hear me out. No. Garner has a big inferiority complex, and he's just really a damn good engineer.
Yeah.
Rosalind is looking at a picture of her and Billy.
Yeah.
And Tori brings her some poll results for her campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it's going great, which means it's not going to be going great for the rest of this episode.
Yeah, it's a brief introduction to Tori. There'll be more of her.
I figured if she's going to be the Billy, we're going to have more Tori.
Yeah. We cut over to Xhafer talking to Baltar, convincing him to run against Rosalind. And, we're going to do him a favor later. I'll step out of the race. I just trust you to remember your friends for vice president. Like all but saying it out loud.
Yeah.
He wants a non-religious flavored alternative to Rosalind. Science gives people hope in a different way.
Don't know how much hope I'm feeling from science at this moment, but but there was a time.
Yeah.
It's so interesting to have this science and religion juxtaposition.
Mm-hmm.
When the two people who are representing the things, Gaius Baltar, the science, Laura Rosalind, the religion.
Yeah.
one of them is much more odious than the other. And it's not the way I've usually seen it. My experience with hyper-religious politicians is usually that they're the super odious ones. And Rosalind, for all the things that she's had to do, isn't odious about it.
I mean, she does some stuff this episode that she says she disagrees with, but she disagrees with it so much that she still does it.
Yeah. We'll get to that when we get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we go back to Pegasus, and Lee is kind of doing the briefing thing, visiting the briefing room where all the pilots hang out. And it seems like, and you can set me straight if I misread this scene, but it seems like Starbuck is the one gossiping about Garner.
Feels that way.
Being a tight ass.
It feels like a lot of these pilots that are more seasoned are like, fuck Garner.
Uh-huh.
Well,
but
Garner.
she's saying things, and they're agreeing with her, but she's like talking about him being a paranoid asshole or whatever.
Yeah.
And Lee breaks it up because this is like super unprofessional, Starbuck.
Guys.
Like, whoa. Yeah. Seriously. And he reminds them, these pilots that are lost have 36 hours of oxygen.
Yeah. Got to get on it.
Yeah. Don't waste hours talking about Garner. That's a waste of oxygen and time. And he's really right. Like, Starbuck should know better at this point, but she won't. She just refuses.
Yeah. It's a lot like the end of the episode here. You know, they'll have a moment. We'll get to it. But Starbuck and Lee have a moment at the end of this episode where Lee's all like, hey, I fucking grew up. And I saw you not growing up. And I reacted to that because I think you need to grow the fuck up. That is, of course, hilarious coming from Lee, given what of a fuck up he is. But, you know, it's easy to be son number one when your closest competition is constantly fucking up. So,
yeah,
drinking themselves into stupors here. So,
yeah, everybody's allowed mistakes, right? But Starbuck is like self-destructing a little bit, like slowly. It's on a long fuse, but at some point, like you gotta take some responsibility for this.
Yeah,
and some of that responsibility would be focusing on the job at hand and not bitching about Garner. I don't know.
Well, that'd be logical, but
yep.
We cut over to Medbay on Galactica, where we find out Coddle has been running an underground abortion clinic. Papadama, not enthused.
Yeah.
He goes to ask some questions, and Coddle's just like hanging out in the background, and he casually jumps in with all like, hey, could ask for asylum. The look Eddie Olmos gives here. I was laughing so hard, I had to stop, rewind, get Beth, explain the scene before I hit play, watch the scene. He turns and gives that look, and we're both just laughing. You know that game, like, input one motherfucker in a movie to make it better? You get to give one character a chance to say motherfucker and you make the movie better. This is it. In that stair scene, that silence, just Edward James Olmos, a motherfucker in there. Perfect.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, I agree. Poor Adama. Like, this is another time. Let's get out the old whiteboard.
Yeah.
And let's write at the top. Should have known betters. We've already got a couple hashes on the board, right? Ding. Here's another one. Doc Coddle is the only doctor in the fleet. We've been told this a couple of times, right?
Yeah.
It's been now a couple of months. At least 6 months, right? 6 months or more?
More.
Since all of the everything?
It's been another month since the last time we saw stuff. Yeah. We're at day 230, 40, maybe 50.
Excellent. So we're closing in. We're closer to the year than not. Like the Earth year. Sure. These things are going to start happening. The time to be thinking about it was long before this moment.
Yeah.
The time to consider that this might be happening with your only doctor in the fleet who has this concern was before this moment. And the time to consider that Geminon is acting up on this matter, that they consider this woman the property of her parents. We aren't told if she's a minor or not, but I guess she is. That's the only way.
She is.
I would consider her property. Yeah. Okay. The actress does not look a minor, but
she isn't.
Yeah. But if we're dealing with something like that, these discussions should have been had. And it's clear from people's reactions that they haven't been. We haven't been thinking about this. We haven't been talking about it. And the time was long ago, not now.
Yes, for sure.
But yes, it all ends. Raya is her name, I
yes.
believe. Raya asks Adama for asylum.
Geminon here is demanding to make abortion illegal because it always should have been. I will not dignify this position with any more conversation. Rosalind is not interested in banning abortion or turning her over to the parents by not granting the asylum that she's asking for. And she takes a pretty hard stance on this. She's like, no, bodily autonomy, she says something, I believe she even uses like a phrase that you would hear on Earth, which is, I've fought for women's rights my entire career.
Yep.
As the Secretary of Education, I'm sure that's something that comes up a non-zero amount of times, but probably not a ton.
Health and Human Services probably gets a little more.
Yeah, but it probably not zero.
Not zero. At least you're talking about how these kids are going to get their sex education, which is an important part of women's rights. Yeah.
Education is super important just for everything. Adama, though, is like, I'm not arguing with you, and this is a political matter. Like, my personal feelings here have no impact. He tries... It's really clear to me he's trying to separate his personal feelings from the matter of fact. And as the matter of fact, he's just like, look, that number goes down way more than it goes up, pointing to the board, which, by the way, is adjusted for people who have died this episode already.
Right.
It hasn't gone down for any of the pilots, but it will at the end.
Yeah.
When we see it again.
This take from Adama, I did appreciate. He doesn't seem to present it either as this is what we must do. He's just like, I do see this number as a problem.
Yeah.
And that's obviously not in my domain. I am the military. I am keeping people safe and Cylon free as I can at this moment. That's my job. I don't know what you're supposed to do about the other thing. And Rosalind, she says, she basically at this point is of the stance women aren't incubators, even if we're in this situation. But we've got to figure something out. But we cut over to Pegasus, and Starbees is looking for Shark's last transmission. She's got the printout on the funny paper, and she gets hung up on this fragment of a word, Eve, and puzzles out that that's part of the word receive. So they've received a distress call. They weren't necessarily putting out a distress call.
Yeah.
That there's an emergency, and so they may be looking for a distress call that could be a trap.
Yep. She goes to tell Lee. And Lee goes to yell at her. Iskara has to just not apologize for shooting Lee. It feels like she goes
Starbeast.
to, and then she just doesn't.
Yep. She's doing petulant little sister right now.
Yep.
But she gets even more because Garner throws some very specific verbiage of Starbucks venting back in her face.
Yeah. Fucking called it. He knows.
Word for word.
Yep.
I wondered if there was going to be a subplot within here of him having bugged the whole damn ship because he's such a great engineer. But that's left ambiguous. We don't know if he was like
those
bugging stuff.
those Rook pilots that were like, because there's two sets of pilots, right? There's
Sure.
the rookie pilots that she's helping train that fucked up this flight, and then there's like the rest of the crew. And when it's the non-rookie pilots, she seems to be getting along with them and joking with them about how much Garner sucks. But the rookies seem to be all suckling at Garner's teat. So
you think it's just informants?
yeah.
I kind of liked it to be a mystery, though. Like, what was it? Oh, that would be so fun if later they found something and it turned out it was like Garner's secret spy system that he installed. That could be fun. Yeah, she's being chewed out for her carelessness and for shooting Lee.
Mm-hmm.
She knows he's right, but she's like, I'm sure that this is a Cylon trap.
Yeah.
And one of the rescue raptors picks up the same distress call. Lee tells Garner that this is a Cylon trap.
It's a trap!
But Garner thinks this idea has Starbuck all over it. And again, I was like, toss up. Is he bugged the bunks or is he just putting two and two together? I don't know. But even though Lee tries to reason with him, Garner is going to call Galactica.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to ask Papadama before you take the ship out for a spin.
And so we have Starbeast, we have Lee, and we have Papadama all say, it's a trap.
It's a trap. Don't do this.
Adama is a little more diplomatic than everyone else. He's, counseling caution. Garner tries to make this we think it's not likely, like the we is him and Lee, but Lee calls it out like it is and says, well, no, Starbeast and I don't think that this is wise.
Yeah, I mean, Papadama is a lot more likely to listen to Starbeast. So.
Yeah. But Garner dismisses Lee, and we go back to presumably Galactica? Where is Baltar hanging out these days exactly?
He appears to be on Galactica. He's in a lab.
Yeah.
He's doing science-y stuff.
She wants the demographic projections.
Mm-hmm.
So remember the whiteboard?
Yeah.
Shoulda known better. Ding.
Right.
This should have been done long ago.
I mean, you were asking about this in season 1.
I think I asked about this in the mini-series episode we did.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, then it was very early. Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very present on your mind, but not on the lives of the people running for their lives.
I guess I can. I can't.
Yeah.
I cannot write this off for them.
You shouldn't.
I know you're running for your lives and shit. I know you're worried about supplies. But in all of that, somebody needed to be doing the goddamn math.
Right. I mean, of course you're going to get agreements from me on needing to do the math. I am typecast, and I'm cool with it. But, yeah, do the fucking math, y'all.
And the other problem I have with this is that it's like there's only one person and almost 50,000 people who can do this goddamn math.
That can't be right.
That can't be right. If we put Gata on this with some models or some textbooks or something, could he also come up with a projection? Gata's pretty smart. He networked some computers together.
I feel like I can do this math. Give me the ages of everyone in the fleet.
Teacher somewhere.
This isn't complicated math, y'all.
And it doesn't require a networked computer. Yeah, you need to have data all in one central place.
Yeah.
But it's not like you have to have the internet to do this.
Yeah, I mean, you take estimates on people's genetic diversity based off of region. If you want to get that granular with it, you might get a more specific number, but you can probably just Markov chain it and get a decent guess at the probability and go from there,
you should not have just one person doing this. And that one person should not be Baltar. Period. Like,
Yeah.
full stop. He's got 6PT in his head during this conversation again.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, Rosalind must be scared of you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Rosalind isn't even thinking about Baltar.
Right? Delusional.
Rosalind isn't even thinking about you, bro.
She has bigger shit on her mind.
I don't know if we ever get an answer for what the fuck is up with 6PT, but this has me writing for delusion because she has been inconsistent, as you pointed out. She kind of changed her tune all of a sudden from like, protect our baby, this is our future, whatever, to be President Gaius.
Yeah.
You really need to be president. So that's a little weird and self-serving.
Yeah.
Much more so than the baby thing. So I don't know, but here's what happens. He bullshits that, oh yeah, I did this months ago because I was the one thinking about it, which I don't think he did. I don't think he's done any of this at all.
Yeah.
Or if he has, it's been a very cherry-picked sort of situation. And he says something that I find telling. Maybe it's not supposed to be. Maybe it's just whatever.
Yeah.
Just words. But he says that at this current rate, the human race will be extinct in 18 years.
Yeah.
The current rate is the words that I'm sticking at.
Okay.
Because the current rate that we have is 200 and something days of running for our lives.
Yeah.
Right? I imagine there's not been a lot of births in that time period. That is an extremely low rate because of circumstances. That doesn't mean that that current rate is going to continue in perpetuity.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, that current rate for this moment is probably fine. Like, we've got other shit we need to be doing, and we don't have supplies for a whole bunch of babies anyway. I don't trust it. Whatever projection he's done, I don't trust this projection at all.
Okay, so 79,579 or 49,579 is what we're at the end of the episode.
Okay.
We're going to subtract the Pegasus crew from that because you're not going to run into a Pegasus every fucking 200 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what we're at the start of the miniseries, obviously after everything, is 49,998, which means you're losing 202,171 people every 200 and so days, like 230 days.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to take that many iterations divided by the total remaining populace. 47.
Well, and we can also, I think, if you're taking the deaths into the current rate, which I was not, I was just thinking about births. But if you're taking all these Cylon-induced deaths, like,
well, that would
the
be
goal.
That would include the births, right? Because it's the total adjustments of the number.
Yeah, if you're doing a net, which I was not, I was thinking about just births. But if you're thinking about that net, and that's the way you're calculating, like, ideally, at some point, we're going to get to a point where we're not being slaughtered.
So,
and hopefully it's soon. That will affect the rate.
That will affect the rates. But so at the current rate, doing the actual math, it's 12 years is how long humanity will last. If people continue dying and being born at the exact same rate that they have been,
sure,
every single person will be dead in 12 years.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's not even the math that you're going for. You're going for maintaining enough for genetic diversity to continue the species. Because It's not that humanity's extinct, it's that humanity's effectively extinct, which is a very different number because you'd need... Do they say at some point? I think they say at some point. I don't know if they've said it yet.
We've discussed it, that this is important, but I don't think anyone in the show has gone this far. I don't know. Maybe that's what's going to drive us back to Caprica to rescue people is we need some more genetic diversity.
Oh, God. You only need 500? There's this 5,500 rule for genetic diversity to maintain a minimally viable population.
Okay.
This looks like it's a bunch of reading and more math, so I'm excited to do it later.
But yeah, that's not podcast problem.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we're probably fine there. But
Yeah.
we've still got to deal with our just abysmal rate. But again, I cannot say this enough. Should have had this discussion earlier. For one thing, we should have had it earlier when Baltar wasn't being a pissy little bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe we'd get an honest answer then. This is not an honest answer, I think. I don't trust this answer at all.
Yeah.
Even though you've done your math and whatever. Like, Baltar is not giving an honest answer.
No, he's bullshitting. It's
And
what he
she
does.
She hasn't figured out someone to check his fucking math. And he tells her, you don't even need to look at the report.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. No, you need to look at the report. You always need to look at the report. You need to cite those damn sources.
It's like ChatGPT. It's just feeding you some bullshit that sounds right. It doesn't know what it's actually saying.
Yeah. So we get the Roslyn announcement.
Yeah.
Over all of the ship's comms as she reluctantly says that we're going to go extinct at this rate if we don't have babies. And so I must criminalize abortion.
Yep.
Bad call. Probably based on bad science.
Mm-hmm. Most bad calls are. At least most bad science-related calls are based on bad science. Whether or not you know it's bad science at the time. Looking at you, Latrial. Sorry, I've been listening to a lot of Behind the Bastards. It's one of those fake cancer treatments. Anyways, Pegasus sounds the alarm that they're about to jump. Kara and Lee are like, the fuck? As Lee sends Kara down to find a Viper and he runs to Pegasus CSC. The commander and Lee get into an argument and they both relieve each other of duty.
This is very fun. You can't arrest me because I arrest you.
Right. Yeah, this is the equivalent of you can't fire me, I quit.
No, it's you can't fire me, I fire you.
Yeah.
It's not even I quit. You can't fire me, I promoted myself.
Captain of the Guard chooses Garner and jumps away as they start to escort Lee to the brig.
Uh-huh.
They launch a recovery team and find the missing Raptor's crews are dead, shot like through their windows in space as not to destroy the Raptors.
I mean, this is so dramatic. We have these two ships just floating there, just on the float. And the rescue Raptor, like, comes up alongside. Ugh.
Yeah, they really sneak it in there and drag this out for a minute in a very good way.
Oh, yes. Very, very suspenseful.
But as soon as they are like, hey, these guys are dead, this is fucked, 3 Cylon-based ships jump in and just start nuking the shit out of Pegasus.
Yeah, I don't even think the rescue Raptor gets, like, completely turned around.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden, boom, base stars in your face.
Yeah. FTL is down. Garner knows how to fix it, and his crew doesn't because he was a bad boss who was more concerned about getting promoted than teaching his team how to operate without him. Oh, well, is that insensitive because he's about to sacrifice himself? It's still true.
Yeah.
So when Lee makes it back during the attack, he puts Lee in command and goes to pull a Spock.
Yeah. The second he was headed down there, I was like, he's going to Spock himself. Oh, no.
Lee immediately starts using a thing we like to call thinking, using tactics to save the ship and force one of the base stars to retreat. He like rolls the ship so that the nuked side is protected, and so they're harder to fuck with and stuff. You know, use the armor that we have.
Yeah.
and get us in a position to blow up the neck of one of these fucking base stars.
Yeah. He is on it. He has like this moment of like zen quiet
Yeah.
and then just goes.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It is a very good,
Yeah. It's like, oh shit,
satisfying
I'm in command.
moment.
I know what to do. Okay.
Yes, yes. Oh, we get a special guest appearance in this episode, Xhafer.
Yeah.
As Garner goes to deal with the problem in engineering, we have a special guest appearance from the nuclear steam pipe in Airwolf.
Oh.
So over
had
on
me
Cool
going.
Girls, over on Cool Girls Don't Look at Explosions, toward the end of our Airwolf coverage, there was a very memorable, in some ways, episode that took on the Chernobyl disaster with our Airwolf team.
Mm-hmm.
And in that two-parter, there was a very prominent steam pipe that was a problem and venting. And we had to turn one of those big old wheelie crank things in order to deal with the steam pipe. And that is exactly the kind of problem that Garner is having. Something is venting and it shouldn't be, and he's got to turn this pipe.
Just a hammer and a wrench and just making it fucking happen.
Banging on it. And he's the only one who could go in here because it's running out of air, venting into space, right? And he barely, he's banging on it and he's losing his own steam. And finally, as he's collapsing on the floor and falling away from the pipe, he manages to pull the wrench enough.
Yeah.
To
and the
fix
dude on the other side's all like, come on out, it's fine. Come on out. And not open the door and go get him because he knows there's no air in there. You dumbass.
Exactly. They're sitting there. They're
saying, why?
Because you're out of air.
Because they weren't trained to do their jobs well. Because their boss sucked.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you don't teach critical thinking.
Yeah. We haven't made that lateral thinking jump to oh, he doesn't have any air left. Maybe we could go get him. It's not like the whole thing is open to space.
Yeah. It's just a little leaky do. You're going to open it up and you're going to flood it with oxygen from in your room. And yeah, it will be hard to breathe in there for a little bit too, but the ship will compensate. You go grab them, you drag them.
Yeah. You get a couple of guys, this will be a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
It'll be fine.
So on our whiteboard, I think we get to put another ding.
Yeah.
Should have known better. Should have trained our people better. Not that hard.
I mean, the dude's paranoid, so he's probably mostly concerned about job security. So he probably didn't bother to train them well before the shit. He's one of those bosses, right?
They're so exhausting.
Yeah. It's like, well, if I'm so important, I'm the only one who can fix things, and they can never get rid of me.
Right. I hate that.
There's some Excel sheet somewhere that half the business runs off of that he's the only one who knows about it. Fucking
hate that guy.
Professionally, it's my job to find those things. It's like a main component of my job. I call it forensic Excel.
Good. Read them out.
I do. Well, if it's referenced in other files, you just follow the chain down. You read the VBA, you read the formulas, you find the sheet references. You just keep digging until you find where it actually lives.
Yeah.
You get there eventually. I found some shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, he fixes the valves for the FTL coolant, sacrificing himself. Lee pulls the birds back and jumps back to the fleet. And we cut to the Dadbral's office as he's talking to Lee about what happens, and then decides to spice up the fleet a little with a dash of the good old nepotizm. Promotes Lee to commander.
I mean, Lee did really well.
He did.
He truly did. He did really well, and he was extremely professional in his report.
Yeah.
Adama says, wow, you give him a lot of credit. Starbees ripped his ass. Yeah. And he's like, well, we had two different perspectives, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he nailed it, too, when Adama said, what did he do wrong? He says, well, he worked more with the machines, understood them better, and wasn't working with people.
Yeah.
Nailed it. So, like, those things in a vacuum, the context looks great. Yeah, promote this guy. He did well under pressure. The crew worked with him. Everybody, well, not everybody, but he got the ship back alive.
Well, why was he made XO over there anyways? Instead of someone from
mean?
Pegasus? Why was he in the position to be able to do that, to take over the ship?
Yeah.
That's the nepotiz.
Right. And I'm not saying that the nepotism's not important. I think the nepotism could be a huge problem, not just like the fact that you now have father and son at the highest levels of this military.
Yeah, that screams coup.
Command of both of the ships. That ain't great. And how is the Pegasus crew gonna? I mean, they know Lee just saved their ass. Yeah. So for now, they might be like, okay, yeah. But in a month, 3 months,
I guess we'll see.
6 months, a year, are they gonna feel about Lee Adama the way they feel right now? Don't know. So not excited about that. Not excited about a lot of things that happened in this episode.
Yeah. Speaking of not being excited, the right-wing Gemini's voting bloc was given a mile, so they demand another inch. Rosalind tells them to fuck off.
Yeah. She's like, no, you can't prosecute Raya for a thing that was not a crime at the time it happened.
Yep.
Absolutely not.
Fuck off.
Not going to allow it.
Go away.
This person still has my asylum protection. They are not leaving. You cannot have them. So that is good, Rosalind.
Yeah.
That part's good.
Yeah. Lee packs up his bunk as Starbuck mentions she's back on Galactica to be their new keg, with Lee's promotion over to Pegasus being more permanent. And then we go over to Colonial 1, where the press asks Rosalind, hey, you think you fucked up? And she's like, well, maybe. But before she can finish the word, Gaius intervenes. As an attack on freedom, I'm running for president. God, we love the self-aggrandizing genius running for the highest office in the land. The guy who thinks he's the smartest one in the room, deciding he's going to lead the people. That's just tale as old as time. Classic. We love that in America, right? That's never gone wrong. Never gone wrong once.
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
Yeah, 6PT gives him the slow clap.
Yeah.
Well, he has a positively fucking Grinch Who Stole Christmas, like, curly smile.
It's absurd. Yeah.
On his fucking little face. It is. Props James Callis. Props, my guy, at how cartoonish an expression this man can give. Like, this is cartoon evil on his face. It is wild.
Yeah, that's it. Time to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 12 colonies.
As per usual, I'm going to talk a while before I rate anything.
It's your podcast, Laura. Do what you want.
That's why we have the damn thing, isn't
it?
Right. If you too need to just talk a while, get a podcast.
It's great. You'll make some guy at a comic store laugh someday.
Yeah, go for it. So, this episode made me think a lot.
Yeah.
And especially about how the only context I ever hear abortion discussed in is the religious context or some sort of trumped up, phony idea that falling birth rate of one group compared to others is bad, right? And so we need to stop allowing this because there will be more of them, quote unquote, than us, right? And the situation in Battlestar Galactica is not that. Like, yeah, there's some religious bullshit clearly happening with the Geminis. Like, Geminis got problems.
Yeah.
And they think all their holy books are going to solve them, which I don't believe that they are. Jury's still out on Pycon or whatever it was. No, it's not, Pythia, excuse me.
Pythia.
The Book of Pythia, right. But the situation, as far as our characters know it, is that we have less than 50,000 people. We keep losing people because we're still under attack. And like Admiral Adama said, the number doesn't go up very often.
Yeah.
That is a very different situation than anything that us humans here on Earth are in or have been in for eons.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm trying to look at Rosalind's decision in that context of like, well, yeah, what do you do then? And I'm wondering to myself, if I was in Rosalind's shoes, is this a decision I would have made? And I think the answer is, if I didn't think very long about it, yeah, I really might have. Like, just the surface level decision, if you don't consider context and all the things that can happen to a human to make this happen, it's pretty easy to go to just that number. Like, we need to make the number go up, and this is how we make the number go up.
Yeah.
But I got to come back to should have known better. This is not how you should make that number go up. Gaius is kind of right about that, but I can't give him credit for it because he manipulated this to happen for his own gain.
Yes.
He is the one who put all of this in place with probably bad science. And Rosalind should have known better. She should know better. She should have been thinking about this earlier and should have known better. If you really got a birth rate problem, maybe you've got to tackle that through systems of support, through honest discussion and debate about how we solve this problem. Maybe you need some sort of educational campaign about this, and you make it something that is supported and desirable, really. But you cannot go to, we're going to violate a woman's bodily autonomy to make this happen, because then you've created a second-class citizen in your society, the one that doesn't get the same bodily autonomy as the other, because we've thrown up these reasons of, yeah, the we're all going to die reason is pretty compelling, but
yeah,
what are you living for if no one, if half of your population or a large segment of your population isn't truly free like the rest of the population? So I had to think about it a long time, but that's where I'm at. Rosalind is wrong. Gaius fucking tricked her into it, but she's still wrong. Everyone in this episode was wrong today and should have known better. I don't think there's a damn person we saw on screen who killed it, nailed it.
Yeah. No, it's pretty fucked.
Yeah. So does that make it a bad episode? No, not necessarily, but didn't have a good time. I got to give this one like maybe 8.
Yeah. 8 seems fair. Yeah, I like 8. I think 8's a good call. It definitely made me feel things. It made me feel things in a way that made me want to think about it and talk about it, and not in a fuck this episode kind of way. Although I think, listener, if you feel like this is a fuck this episode for you, you're
valid.
100% valid. I'm just going to throw that out there. Your feelings are valid. Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah.
You know, obviously my perspective on it is going to be a little less vulnerable feeling, because it inherently impacts me less due to my life experience. And I recognize that. And, like...
And this is the kind of thing
that whole thing.
that there's a certain kind of dude who loves to throw this kind of thought experiment out there and be like, well, what if this? Then we shouldn't allow it, right? And
does that matter
kind
for
of,
fucking now? And that's the same
Right.
motherfucker who will sit around and talk about, well, simulation theory, statistically speaking, it's more likely that we're living in a simulation than reality. And I'm like, cool. Does it fucking matter?
Mm-hmm.
Explain to me how it fucking matters. And then we can entertain a conversation about it, because I hate to pull out fucking Newton's flaming laser sword on shit, because it is a logical fallacy as much as it is a logical razor. But if it has no impact on absolutely any aspect of anything you're ever going to fucking do, think, or feel for anyone who has ever lived or will ever live, then it's probably not worth fucking talking about. Get fucked. Sorry. Yeah. I got a little emotional there.
I mean, I don't think Ronnie D is doing that to me.
No.
No, I don't think this is a very well orchestrated story that made me think really hard about putting myself in that position.
Yeah.
But there is a certain person who will do these kinds of things as, like, I don't know, the devil's advocate role. I try not to think too hard about these people.
Mm-hmm.
But you know the ones, listener. You know what I'm talking about.
I just looked up the director for this one to be all like, I wonder what else they've done, if they've handled anything with, a level of like gravitas or maybe
nuance.
Like nuance. So this is Sergio Mimica-Grazan, who made a career being fucking Spielberg's assistant director for Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan. Like, I'm looking at this list. I mean, it's not all like that. I mean, there's some TV in here, episodes of like Heroes and Hell on Wheels and stuff, but also like as a director, but assistant director, it's like Amistad. He was first assistant director.
Damn.
There's some movies on this list. Mussolini, The Untold Story, first assistant director.
I don't know anything about that.
That
could go one of two ways.
Choice. Sophie's Choice. Oh no.
Okay. All right. I see why this was the way it was. Huh.
That was unexpected. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't feel mad at this episode. Well, I mean, yes, but
yeah.
I don't feel like it was bad work by anybody who did it. I'm mad at all the characters for all the things they did.
Yeah. Oh God. They also, so they did 6 episodes of Battlestar. Season 1's You Can't Go Home Again. Fragged and Home Part 1 from this season in addition to this.
Okay.
And then also the first 2 episodes of season 3. So that means something to some of our listeners as well.
Okay. Well, I look forward to understanding whatever they just nodded about.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck. All right. Well, I just learned some things. Okay, cool. Well,
me too.
Oh yeah, but rating the episode. Yeah, 8, sure.
Yeah. Fine. Splendid. I think is it time for you to tell me what we have up next week?
Yeah, I can't wait to tell you about this.
I'm ready.
We have it depends on what you consider to be a bottle episode.
Okay.
But for most definitions, I feel like this is a bottle episode. We have season 2, episode 18, Downloaded. After Boomer's consciousness is downloaded into a new body following her death, she has trouble adjusting to her new life on Cylon-occupied Caprica. Number 6 is asked to help her adjust to her new role in Cylon
no.
society.
Oh no, that's not going to go well.
Well, we'll see.
I feel answers coming our way.
That's...
Oh, more questions than answers?
I'm not answering on purpose.
Okay.
But I am very excited for this episode for one particular reason, which will be very obvious when you get to it. And I want you to know in the Discord, there has in the spoiler chat, there has been a conversation going for, I'm guessing, about a week and a half at this point about what to refer to a character in this episode as.
Oh, okay.
At least I'm pretty sure this is the episode where that happens. We'll see.
Okay. I'm excited. I've got to watch now.
You do. We'll probably, I think the next one we're going to record, not live, but in person.
Thought so. Yeah.
Yeah. Live isn't the right word. In person is the right word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to be recording the next one in person. Will be the second time we've ever done that.
Uh-huh.
And we'll be coming to you from the cabin on vacation.
Yeah.
Possibly
Stay
a drunk
tuned.
episode. Possibly drop-ins from random members of the Xhafer network who are in the room with us.
Yeah.
Or maybe like my sister or some college friends. We'll see.
Hopefully not my children. We'll try to avoid that part.
But with all that said, we do have a couple things left to say. Namely, thank you to Jeremy Siegel. Jeremy, hope you've been doing well, buddy. I think about you sometimes. I know we don't talk much, but, I'll see a post on the Facebook, and it looks like you're making the most out of everything you get. I fucking appreciate that, and I'm really happy for you. You can find more of Jeremy's work at jeremysiegel42.bandcamp.com, and on streaming services is Nuclear Jaguar.
Truly, Jeremy's Instagram and socials look like he is having the most fun on the most stages.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Jeremy Siegel. And also having the most fun in Instagram, Angry Duck Time Machine, doing artwork. Check him out. Thanks for our podcast artwork.
Aaron, thanks so much for editing this podcast. Appreciate the hell out of you. Making sure this gets out on time, and we'll hang out about it next week.
Yeah. And hey, listeners, maybe you can't come hang out with us in a cabin, but you can hang out with us on Discord, and we promise it will be a great time.
Yeah.
Come on. Should be in the show notes. Come on over. The water's fine.
We'll see you next week, Internet.
Bye.
Bye.